So I was asked last week how to put a pattern inside text and numbers. So you can do that in your if you use the pattern here, but you can also do it with like digital pattern papers. And if you sign up for a free account at Creative Fabrica, they send you emails all the time with tons and tons of free stuff. And I have hundreds of digital papers from them, and they're free to use for commercial use and so on. So anyway, what you want to do is find a pattern, okay? File, place image. That's how you bring it in, okay? And then you want to first set up your document. So I have an 8.5 by 11 printer, and make sure that it's in vertical mode. Well, it could be in horizontal, but just make sure it's in vertical. And then show your print margins and your registration marks. Okay, that's going to be important for later. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and type out some text. I'll just type out my name. Now, you can have a cursive font. You may need to thicken it up, and I'll show you how to do that. Let me find a cursive font here. I'll just go ahead and use this first one. All right, and then I'm going to make it larger so I can see it. And then I'm going to actually ungroup it because I don't like how this is overlapped here. So I'm going to go ahead and ungroup it, and then I'm going to select all of this and just move it over. And then let me move this. I think this needs to be connected as well. And then I'm going to move just the A over a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to select it all, and I'm going to go to Path Union, so it becomes all one piece. Then I'm going to go to Path, Offset Path. And I'm going to increase this by 160. I know that because I've already done it, okay? You may need to play around with how much you want, how thick you want it, because however thick it is, that's where your pattern's going to show, all right? So then let's bring this back over here and place it wherever we want it. Now, if you don't want all of this transparency, you can go ahead and crop this pattern. Just go to the crop window, or the trace window, I'm sorry, and it's going to take a minute to load because it has a lot of information here. Just give it time. It will load. And then we're going to crop it so that we don't have all of this transparency when we're moving it around. Okay, so you want to make sure you're in monochrome, turn it all the way up to 255 and add your image layer, and then come over here to crop. Right, and then I can see that I can bring this in a little bit to probably about there, and then this one I can bring up to around here, I think. All right, we'll try that. So then what's going to happen is it's going to put a new box this size on your page, and then you can go ahead and select this big one and get rid of it. Again, it does take a minute, and you don't have to do this. I'm going to show you on the number how you don't have to do that. Okay, so select that and delete that, and then bring your text to the top. In your text folder, open that up, and where it says Union, because we unioned our text, just name that text. All right, and then you can actually take it out of that folder. All right, so I can increase this, and then I can select it all and go to Object, Clip Path, Set Clip Path. So then you see I only have this transparency around it. So now I want to select that text layer and I want to add an offset. So I'm going to go to Effects, Shadow Layer, and I'm going to probably make this 230, and I'll choose maybe a blue. That might be too bright. Okay, we're going to just go with that. Doesn't matter. Choose your color. All right, and then select both of them and resize them to whatever size you need them. Just make sure that they are within your print margins, okay? And then over here, you want to select your shadow layer, and if you want it to print that blue color, you need to make sure that it's set to cut. If you set it to cut only, print plus cut, cut only, it's only going to cut. It's not going to print that blue color. So make sure that that's on cut. And then your clip path, you want that all set to print only, okay? And then when you come to your create window, you'll see that your cut is your offset, and your print, if you go to print plus cut, and then printer properties, and make sure that you have print preview checked, and choose OK, and OK again, your print preview will come up showing you what all is going to print. And it's that easy, okay? So let me go ahead and cancel this and cancel this. And then let me go to a new page, and I will File, Place Image, and I'll choose, I don't know, a different one, I guess. And then I'm going to do a number this time, so we'll do the number 4. And I'm going to path, offset path by 160 again. I'm going to take this number and I'm going to place it here. And then I'm going to go ahead and select both of these by holding the Shift key and clicking, or you can just do Control A and it will select both. All right, and then I can go to Object, Clip Path, Set Clip Path. But see all the transparency that way? It doesn't matter, it's not going to print and it's not going to cut. It's just going to cut around here, and if you go to your print preview, you'll see that this is going to print. But you know, it can be kind of irritating to have all of that transparency. So if that irritates you, you can clip it or crop it in the trace window, or you can deal with the transparency. But that's as easy as it gets, right? Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or you can find me in either one of the 2 groups I have listed in the description of the video. Thanks.